Hello, 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 and welcome to the Southern Belle channel. No, this isn't an auction. This is another update to my gardening line. So you saw in the last video the first little buds and blooms that were coming in my yard. Now those I had already cleared away the leaves so that I could find them, but I thought you might like to see it from the beginning of the process. Now what you're seeing here is covered in leaves. And I've only recently realized that many of y'all may not actually have leaves because our seasons work differently. Um, Somebody said, I haven't seen leaves in months. How do you have leaves? Well, apparently, up in the north during the autumn season, your leaves must fall then, which I think is why y'all call it fall. But down south, leaves don't start shedding until during the Yuletide season and then after. So the leaves come down here and we don't rake them away. We leave them in place. Why? Because they hold in the moisture from the rain and they allow these buds, blooms, bulbs, rhizomes to bud. Otherwise, those sweet little darlings in the ground would get cold or their moisture would be wicked away. So it is only when they start coming up that then we throw on some gloves and start removing the leaves so that we can see them. So this is the before, and let me throw on some gloves and I'll show you what it looks like after. Well, can you see them a little better now that I have taken away some of the leaves? And you can see where these little darlings are starting to sprout. Now, I have to tell you that all of these bulbs are not ones that I bought because my personal ethics and morals is I do not buy plants. I do not buy bulbs. I do not buy rhizomes, just like I wouldn't buy animals and I wouldn't buy humans. I just don't think that those things should be for sale, and that's my personal thought about it. The bulbs I rescued from open boxes that were discarded into the Aldi's dumpster, which is how I have all of these to plant now, because otherwise they would have been just plumb wasted in a landfill. Now, some of you are probably saying, wait, you've got some kind of dead bush back there. What's going on with that? Well, those are chrysanthemums that were rescued from a roll-off behind the Home Depot back in fall. Now, while that looks dead, what it is that the blooms have perished, but underneath it is still alive, and it will come back every year. I leave it until I start getting the other new growth so that I can see about spacing for planting. Because when I planted this, I didn't want to get it too close to where the root bulb is. So I went ahead and planted, and now I'm about to cut it away so you won't see it in the next frame. You'll just see all the new stuff, but I needed to know where it is for spacing. I'll probably forget about it over the spring and summer, but come autumn, you will see the beautiful, glorious flowers of that chrysanthemum and several others in bloom again. And now I've cut away, and you can even see behind it, I've got a purple heart coming in, and I've also got some beautiful, pardon me, Easter lilies. Those Easter lilies have been rescued last year and the year before from the CVS dumpster, and they come back every year and they multiply. You can probably see it looks like a cluster of 4. So if you keep them alive, they will prosper and make babies. So I can't wait to hear in the comments about what you are planting in your yard, in your flower beds, what's naturally coming up in abundance. And I'm going to keep clearing away the leaves, cutting back where the chrysanthemums are. And I'll keep showing you more areas of my yard as we garden together here on the Southern Belle Nola channel. Laissez bon temps rouler. Let the good times roll. Roll in your life, roll in your heart, roll in your soul. Roll on and on and on. And it won't be long before I start selling gardening items at my live YouTube auctions at 7 p.m. on Friday and Saturday, Monday and Tuesday, and Sunday at 1 p.m.